Hello my dear students, I hope you all are fine. This is the first video of this week but the last video for your revision of class test 2. Okay, we are going to revise our chapter 2 that recently we have covered. So in this video we will focus only on the important point, okay, which is more important from the point of view, from the exam point of view. Okay, so let's start. In this video we are going to focus about the teeth, temporary teeth, types of teeth, structure of tooth, digestion of food, and finally the microbes. Okay, let's know one by one. First of all, about the tooth. Okay, we are having the two sets of tooth in the whole life. Okay, first set of teeth is called the primary teeth or the milk teeth. And what is the number of teeth in this set? 20 number of teeth. Okay, when we grow 6 months, okay, these set start growing. These the teeth of the primary set start growing. Okay, until 6 to 7 years it keep on growing. So total number of teeth is, let me show you. Okay, total number of teeth is 10 in the upper jaw and 10 in the lower jaw. So what is the total number of the primary teeth? 20. Okay, so total number of teeth in the primary set is 20, whereas in the secondary set of teeth, what is secondary set of teeth? When your teeth start falling when you grow 7 years, okay, at that place the second set of teeth start growing. Okay, and that is known as the secondary teeth or the permanent teeth. Why the name of permanent teeth? Because this set is not going to be replaced by another set of teeth. So if we will talk about the total number of teeth, here you can see we are having 16 teeth upper and 16 lower. That means total 32. But here one thing I want to again clear, that children is having 28 teeth. Okay, whereas adult are having 32 number of secondary teeth or the permanent teeth. What is happening between the age of 18 to 25? What is the age? Between 18 to 25, the adults start growing 4 more teeth, and that is the wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth in the lower jaw this side, and wisdom teeth in the lower side, lower jaw in this side, and 2 on the upper. So total number of wisdom teeth is 4. So children is having at the age of 18 to 25 4 more teeth. Okay, and that time they are called adult. Understood? So adult, that's why adults are having 32 number of permanent teeth, whereas the children are having 28 number of permanent teeth. I hope you all have understood. Next, proceed. This is the arrangement of the 4 type of teeth in your mouth. The front 4 is known as incisor. Okay, after that 2 pointed teeth is the canine, and after that molar, and the last one is premolar. Okay, let's know more about these teeth. We are having 4 types of teeth. First is incisor, which are also called the cutting teeth. Why? Because these teeth are used to cut or bite our food. Next is canine. Just after the canine, 2 pointed teeth is present, which is used to tear our food, and that's why it is called the tearing teeth. Third is premolar. Premolar is used to crush or crack our food, and that's why they are called cracking teeth. The last one is the largest teeth, or having the large surface area, which is used to grind our food and make that into the fine paste, and that's why they are known as the grinding teeth. This is the structure of tooth. Okay, there are mainly 3 layers present in the tooth. The upper layer is called enamel, which is the hardest substance in our body, and it protects the inner part of the tooth. Okay, that's why we don't have the cavity very easily. If we are consuming very sugary item, then only we are having the cavity due to the decaying of the enamel. Okay, second layer is the dentine. This is also the hard material, but not as hard as enamel. The third is the pulp. This is the soft area. Okay, this is the soft layer which is having the blood vessels and the nerves, and this part only used to carry the blood and the nutrients to the tooth. Okay, and if the cavity is reaching to the pulp area, that means third layer of the tooth, then we are having very much pain in our teeth. Okay, when the cavity remain in the enamel and the dentine, it is not painful, but when it touches the third layer, that is the pulp, it is very very painful. Okay, and broadly it has been divided into the two part. First one is crown and second one is root. Whatever part of our tooth we are able to see, that is the crown part. Why? Because that is present above the gums, and downside of the gum the root part is also there. Okay, so totally you are seeing the tooth that has been divided into two parts. Please listen it very carefully. It has been divided into two main parts. The upper part from the gums is called crown, and the second part downside of the gums is known as root. And again these has been divided into the different layer. First layer enamel, second layer dentine, third layer is pulp. Okay, now let's see the digestive process. Okay, what is digestion? Digestion is a process in which the food is break down into the smaller parts so that our body can absorb that, and the undigested food thrown out with the help of the anus. Okay, let's see this whole process in short. First of all, after keeping the food into our mouth, one liquid starts secreting in our mouth with the help of salivary gland, which is present just back of our tongue. Okay, that mixes with our food and make our food softer, and also start breaking the carbohydrate into the simpler sugar into the mouth only. That means we can say the digestion of the carbohydrates start in the mouth only. After that, with the help of the food pipe, which is a muscular tube which is also known as the esophagus. This is used to carry the food from the mouth to the stomach, and in this stomach the food remains for 3 to 4 hours, and during this period continuously the food item churns into the smaller pieces, and that time one acid is also secreted by the wall of the stomach, okay, which is used to kill the germs present in our food. After the stomach, it reaches to the small intestine. Okay, the small intestines are the 7 or 7.5 meter long coiled tube-like structure which collect the food from the stomach, and here the digestive juices from the gallbladder, okay, and the pancreas comes and mixes with the food, and here the absorption process is happening. Absorption of all the nutrients directly into the blood is happening here, and that's why it is said the digestion process complete in the small intestine. After this, the undigested food go to the large intestine, which is also the tube-like structure, okay, and it is approximate 1.5 meter long, and here only the absorption of salt and water is happening from the undigested food, okay, and after that whatever waste material is present, which is also known as the stool or feces, is going and passes to the rectum, which is a pouch like body part which used to collect the undigested food, and when it is filled, it is used to thrown out from the body with the help of the anus. Next is microbes. Microbes are the very tiny organisms or living thing which we cannot seen by the naked eyes. Okay, maybe in my hand or here or there microbes are there, but I am not able to see. Why? Because that are too small to see from the naked eyes. Then how can we see that? We can see from the microscope. This instrument what you are seeing, this is the microscope, and let me show you. Okay, this part is used to keep the things whatever has been observed. Okay, so if we are putting under the magnifying glass which is present there, it used to show that thing in a very large scale, okay, and that's why we are able to see the microorganisms with the help of this microscope. Let's talk about the bacteria. The bacteria are the single-celled microorganisms, and it is the reason behind the many diseases like typhoid, tuberculosis and pneumonia. And it can be the different shape like round shape or the spiral shape or the rod shape. Okay, so this can be the harmful for the human being for many diseases what I have discussed just now. Okay, and this structure you are recognizing very well. This is the virus. Okay, and virus can be caused for the many diseases like AIDS, chickenpox, polio, and the common flu, influenza and many diseases. Okay, so these are the diseases which is caused by the virus. Next is protozoa. This is also the organisms, and this is the single celled. Okay, these are the different shape of the protozoa. Okay, here the examples are given like amoeba and euglena, paramecium, stentor, but you don't have to learn the name. Only I am focusing on the structure of the amoeba. They can have the different structure, but these all are the single celled. Okay, or the unicellular, that means made up of the single cell. Okay, next is let's talk about the diseases which is caused by the protozoa. Malaria and dysentery is caused by the protozoa. Next, this is the common phenomena which you used to see in your houses. When the bread slices will be there for a long period of time, one green material start occurring on the surface of the bread slices. Can you guess what is that? If you are guessing the fungi, you are absolutely right. Those all are fungi. Now fungi, what are fungi? This is also the microorganism, but some of the fungi we are able to see from the naked eye. As you can see the mushroom, you can see these green substances, so we are able to see. Okay, next is dandruff. This is the common problem which almost we all are having. Okay, this is also due to the fungi. Okay, this is the infection of which is caused by the fungi. Okay, and only due to that we are having the dandruff on the scalp. Okay, see these microorganisms, they are looking little cute, isn't it? Yes. So what these are trying to say, all the microorganisms are not at all harmful. The microorganisms are harmful as well as useful also. See, these are the different type of mushroom which we used to eat. These are edible, so we are using that for the food material. So these are the useful also. Next we will talk about the usefulness of the other microorganisms. Let's talk about first bacteria. Bacteria are used to make curd, to make the different type of medicine like antibiotic or the insulin which is used for the diabetic patient. It is also present in our body, which is used to make the vitamin in our body. So these are very useful also. Viruses are used to make the vaccine for the diseases. What are vaccine? Vaccine are the injection like material which is used to inject in our body and that fight against the diseases. And this is the reason we are not having the problem of polio and chickenpox nowadays, because we are having the vaccine for that disease. And next is fungi. You are eating the chole bhature. The bhatura is very soft. That depend on the fungi. You are eating the cake. That is soft and fluffy. Idli, doklas. These all are soft and fluffy. And why these all are? Due to the yeast only. Yeast is the single-celled fungi which is used to add in the food material to make them soft and fluffy. And how they become soft and fluffy? Because these yeast start producing one gas, and due to that gas, that food material becomes soft and fluffy. So here we can say all the microorganisms is not at all harmful. They are useful also. So I hope this last revision video will be helpful for you. Okay, all the best for your exam and work hard. Thank you for watching.